All right. Um, Hello, good evening. Um, my name is Austin, and I'm here to give us a live broadcast. And I choose to do my live broadcast today in an audio mode. Now, the voice really doesn't matter. The the visual sight doesn't really matter. What really matters is the voice. So going forward, I'm going to make sure that I make my broadcast as frequent as possible. And the title of my broadcast today is The Billion Coin Academy and how we do cash flow in our academy. Now, before I would continue, we are all concerned or we are all aware of the billion coin. Now, the billion coin has grown to a reasonable extent. There are different things now that has come up within the TBC community. And one of the things that has come up within the TBC community is what I would call the Billion Coin Academy. Now, what is actually this Billion Coin Academy? The Billion Coin Academy is actually a school. And I'm going to tell you about the school. And I'm also going to tell you how the school was formed and how it evolved into this system now we are calling an academy. And I would want you to please stay with me and listen to everything that I would have to say. Okay? Now, going forward, the Billion Coin, we all knew it started on the 21st of March 2016. Everyone within the TBC community should have this understanding and have this information in their fingertips. A number of things came up within the TBC community, especially during our early times. One of the things that we encountered was the challenges we had with our wallets. We had a number of setbacks, and that thing hindered us from growing exponentially as we ought to. Well, you see, we started a migration process, went through the migration process, and we finished last 2 months. That is 31st of July. And when we did that, we entered into a new system, which is our wallet that we all know. Our wallet is an improved system and it's also a reliable system. Okay. Now, after we had gone through all these steps and gotten to this point, then everyone was so conscious and they were so willing to find out what next after the migration. So many people thought that, yes, it was going to be the banks. They thought that the banks were going to be the next phase after the migration process, and then as soon as the bank comes in and then boom, TBC becomes wow. Everybody now starts running into TBC. But they thought it didn't happen that way. Instead, the admin introduced a system called cash flow. Now, I'm going to tell us why I think the admin introduced this system called the cash flow. One of the reasons why the admin decided to bring in the system called cash flow is because normally the origin of the banks is to enslave mankind. Now, this may sound funny, but that's really true. The origin of the banks is to enslave mankind. More than 90% of the issues that has come up in our world is because of the system we are running on, which is the financial system. And you all agree with me that the banks are parasitic in nature. Let me explain what I mean by being parasitic in nature. Now, when you deposit money in the bank, over time, the value of that money depreciates. And when they help you to hold your money, for every month, they charge you a certain interest or a certain commission for helping you hold your money, even though the general value of the money keeps going down over time. Now, they further enslave you by giving you an ATM card or a credit card. You make use of that credit card and you make withdrawals through the ATM card. And each time you make those withdrawals, they still charge you a certain amount, you know. So even though you keep your money in the bank, your money continues to depreciate in value. So you see, the purchasing power of money continues to go down. Why? Because of the banks are existing. That's the sincere truth. But you see, over time, people came to understand the game and the tactics that these banks were playing. And then they decided to change their game plan. I mean, human beings, because of technology had evolved and things had happened, human beings decided to change their game plan. They decided to use a different strategy. And that was what bettered the concept of blockchain. Now, we all agree that the first cryptocurrency that came in is Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin came in 2008. Bitcoin remained silent until 2012 when it started becoming a bit significant. Now, I think that the elites or the banks found out that if we allow this system to continue thriving, then it may end up overthrowing our system. So I do not know who brought up the concept of introducing the coin market cap, and then they carried Bitcoin and put it into the coin market cap. Originally, what we are doing now in TBC is supposed to be what Bitcoin would have done. But you see, it was scuttled, it was manipulated, it was shortchanged, and then it was placed in the coin market cap. And then it assumed the way the stock markets were rising, falling, the booms and the busts. That is the reason why the currencies, the fiat currencies, they appreciate, they depreciate. You weigh this currency against this currency, and when you come into the coin market cap, you also discover that the same system is existing where you can trade with Bitcoin, you can trade with Litecoin, you can trade with Ethereum, you can trade with Ripple, you can trade with Dash, you can trade with any coin. And then when this value appreciates against the other, you sell. When this one depreciates against the other, you buy. That's the general concept. And you see, no one has been able to comprehend the concept of the billion coin until it came into limelight. And let me tell you what the billion coin is going to do. What the billion coin is going to do is that it's going to overrun the current system, the current financial system. It's going to overrun the current coin market cap system. These things I'm saying may not make sense to you, but I'm telling you that that's exactly what is going to happen. It's going to overrun the current financial system, which is the fiat system, and it's also going to overrun the cryptocurrency system. And then the next system that will be on board is going to be TBC. Even though it's a cryptocurrency, it's going to be the main system that will be on board. And you see, just like Bitcoin is the master, and most coins, when you want to cash out, you go through Bitcoin. Now, TBC is going to soon become the master, where it's going to be the head, and every other coins are going to be attached through a third-party system into TBC, such that every activities will be regulated. Pardon me. Every of the activities financially in the world in the next few years will be regulated by how TBC is operated or how the movement of TBC is. Please do not forget that the value of TBC is in direct proportion to the number of people that come into the TBC community. Let me say it again. The value of TBC is appreciating over time in direct proportion to people that come into the TBC community. Previously, it was based on human beings, but now it is based on the value of gold. If you check the gold in the gold markets, you'll find out that the value of gold, it appreciates, it depreciates. But the appreciation and depreciation rates is not so much. The appreciation and depreciation rates is not so much. It appreciates, it depreciates slightly. Now, that is the same way that the system has been programmed. Now, you would all see that everything now in our world is going digital. Lands are becoming digital. That's the sincere truth. Now, the question is, what do you mean by land is becoming digital? I'm going to explain. That thing you're looking at that is called a wallet can just be likened to be a land. Now, let me explain. If you go to if you go to the town and you want to purchase a land in town, you will find out that the value of that land will be so expensive, even though if it's a plot of land or half plot of land. Half plot of land could be like 5 times 2 acres of land in a bush. Let me say it again. Half plot of land could be 5 times the value of an acre of land in the bush. Why is it so? Reason is because industrialization has been taking place or has taken place within that small land. That is why that land is now expensive. The worth of the land has grown up and up and up, and it's now so high. It only takes those who has enough financial resources to be able to purchase that land. Same thing also applies to this wallet you are looking at. Now, let me tell you the system of TBC. This TBC you are looking at that you think doesn't have value now is your wallet. As people are coming into the TBC community, that value of your wallet is growing. And apart from the fact that it's growing, it becomes exchangeable for goods and services. Now, we're in about 2 point something million. After some time, we're going to get 33 million. After some time, sorry, I think we're in 3 million now. Yes, I think we're in 3 million. Yes. And after some time, we'll go to 4 million. After some time, we'll go to 5 million. Then we'll get to 10 million. We'll get to 20 million. We'll get to 100 million. We'll get to 400 million. Now, when we are in 400 million, picture what it would look like when you are in 400 million as a community. By then, several organizations would have started accepting TBC for exchange of goods and services. That is when that particular wallet of yours will now start becoming valuable. And in our academy, we teach you how to safeguard your TBC coins, because so many people are oblivious or ignorant of what they are carrying. They fail to understand that it's like they're holding the central bank in their pockets. Now, so many people that do not have this knowledge, what will happen to them is that their coins will be hacked. So many people that do not know how to clear their cache, they do not know how to clear their history, they do not know how to clear their cache, their history, and everything that has to do with the browser that they have that wallet in. You have to be able to clear up all those things so that when someone has access to your account, has access to your wallet or has access to the wallet address, that is TBC009, the person wouldn't be able to hack your coins or be able to get your password. So many people are so careless that when they've opened their wallet and they've done what they want to do, they leave it open. So many people are careless. They do not clear their password. They save it. They save it so that the moment they put in the email address, it brings up the password. All these things are things that so many people are going to suffer very soon, because when the value of TBC becomes obvious, what will happen is that those who are smart will start stealing TBC coins. And when they do so, they would give a very reasonable excuse to the commissioner, and the commissioner will think that it was the original owners who initiated that transaction. And guess what? Your coins get missing. Okay? Now, what am I trying to say here? The introduction of my live broadcast is what? TBC Academy and how we do cash flow in our academy. Before I continue, I want to quickly go to our website. And then when I go to the website, I'll say a number of things on the website, and then I'll call it quits. I'm supposed to spend nothing less than 30 minutes with us in this live broadcast. I know a good number of people are going to have a look at this website, and I'm also going to have a look at this live broadcast. Please, when you have a look at it, I want to crave your indulgence. We are a school and we are building. The whole purpose of our TBC website or academy is to make sure that the cash flow is carried out. And I'm going to tell you how we go about it, how to go about the cash flow effortlessly in a way that you enjoy. You're going to enjoy it. You may not need to do much. Yes, the admin and then the leaders are saying, go out, tell people about TBC. In our academy, we also tell you, go out, tell people about it, but in a very, very simplified manner. Please stay with me. Let me explain what I mean. Let me share my screen with us, okay? Please hold on. I'm sharing the screen now. All right. Now, this is the Billion Coin Academy. And we modeled our website in direct proportion or in accordance to what the admin has already done in thebillioncoin.info. Now, I want to emphasize that we are a school that is solely built to help promote the spread of TBC coins. Let me repeat myself. We are a school that is solely built to help in the spread of TBC coins. That's why we are existing. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you are in this particular academy, it's very simple. If you want to register, all you need to do is, before I will continue, we have home, we have about us, we have more. In our more, you see our classes, you see our cash center because we have our own cash center, and you see the admin team. And if you want to sign in, you click here to sign in. We also have a blog. Let me quickly show us our blog. Our blog is quite similar to that of the TBC Academy. Sorry, that of the blog of TBC. Now look at our blog, one of which is how to do cash flow using the system created by the Billion Coin Academy. Now, if you take your time to listen to this particular broadcast, this particular blog, you are going to understand almost everything. This has already been said, but this was when we launched the TBC launched the website. That was on the 1st of September. That was when we launched the website. If you take your time, you could also read through or listen to everything that was said. It's just a few hours or just about an hour. And all right, now another one that I want us to look into, I'm exploring the website with us. So please stay with me. I have a few minutes. Now, the next one is meet the administrators of the Billion Coin Academy. On your own, you could take your time to look through it, and then you'll find out the administrators. You could also listen to this and then read through every instructions that the blog that was here. So after they have taken their time, they wrote this and they've put it here for us to look so that you see that we are not a system that is a scam system. We're a system that is to be relied upon. When you're in this system, you're going to enjoy doing cash flow. All you just need to do is come into the system, register, and then have a month lecture. While you're in the month lecture, you'll be given a link. It is that link you'll be using to send out to as many people as you like. And then they'll be coming into the TBC community. As soon as they've come into the TBC community or they've come into the academy, what happens is that they register under the section that they qualify to be. The 3 classes that are available are the introductory class, which is the very first one. And if you're not used to TBC, that's the one that you are recommended to go in for. The second one is the master's class, and the final one is the advanced learners class. Now, by the time you have been able to come in for the introductory class and then pass through the system, it's a system that is organized. Now, if someone referred you into the academy using his referral link, by the time you are graduating from the academy, before you collect your certificate is an organized system and it is stored in our database. We have a QR code. That QR code is used to check to see if you were actually a graduate of our academy. If you're not a graduate of our academy, because we can scan it, if you make claims that you were a graduate and we check it and you see that you're not in our database, we'll see that you are not part of us. So you will not be accorded the due privileges. Our academy is still very young and we have a long way to go. In another few years from now, I tell you, we're going to be a very big academy. So come in and enjoy the system of cash flow. So I've just finished talking about meet the administrators. This is another one. Many people are joking with their coins. On your own, take your time, listen to this. This is how to stop echoes when doing a live broadcast. That's a broadcast that was done by the voice of TBC. Then this is the introduction of the TBC Academy. Those of you that, the cash center. Those of us that don't know much about it, the cash center is just like the normal cash center that the admin is doing, but this is our own local cash center, and the terms and conditions are solely built upon what the admin has already designed. So take your time and also look through. Then these are the course outlines for the TBC Academy. If you want to look through, let's have a look at it. Now, this is the course outline for the introductory class. On your own, take your time to look through. This is the history of money, the beginning of encrypted and algorithm-based currencies, introduction to the coin market cap, aka public coins, introduction to the first and only private-based coin. introduction to the Kringle cash system, what is migration, the need to remain united within the TBC community. Now, who are our enemies in this world? Why is the central banking system, why the central banking system was built? The first attempt to break away from the establishment and the failures incurred. The reason why we all need to embrace the billion coin and work with it in spreading abundance to the world, introducing the cash flow within the TBC community. All these things are the things that will be learned in the introductory classes. Now, you could also take your time to look through the master's class. These are the things that you also learn on your own. Please log on to the blog. Remember that the website is TheBillionCoinAcademy.com. Go there, explore it. You'll see all these informations that are there, live and direct. This is the advanced learners. The advanced learners is the most comprehensive of them and is the most advanced of them. Now, if you look at them, you see that the informations that are in the advanced learners are not much, but they are very solid. On your own, you could also take time to look through. And then you just conclude. Now, look at the last statement that was made. They said, if you have further inquiries, kindly contact our support center and you'll be attended to in about 24 hours from when you have placed your complaint. We in the Billion Coin Academy will keep striving to be the best. That is the truth. We are not working as an individual, we are working as a team. So because we are working as a team, we are making sure that we give you the best. Another thing I also want us to take note of is this. Now, their request would show that they are willing to be, okay, this one is about those who are willing to be employed into the academy as lecturers. Take your time, explore it. There is so much to learn from this, our academy. We're working as one united team, okay? Now, another thing I also want us to look into is I think that's all. I think that's all. There are so many other things that will be coming up in the course of time. We're an organized system, and our system is continuing to build until we get to 1 billion verified members. Okay, in this our academy, we are working to see how we can get at least 100 million broadcasters in our academy. We are trying to become a formidable force within the TBC community, and we are not local to only the Africans. We are also open to the Indians. We are also open to other countries within the world, Philippines and the rest. Please come in and then learn how the system works within the Billion Coin Academy, okay? And what else do I have to say? Okay, I think I've not said much. Now, this is about us. On our own, we can take time to look through about us, read all we need to read, and then we can also take time to read more about it in the About Us section. Take your time to read through, and then when you're through, you can go on. Now, this is our Kringle logo. Of course, it's so beautiful. Look at how it's spinning, so lovely. Now, if you want to sign up, you could choose to sign up with this. If no one gives you a link, you can choose to sign up through this, meaning that when you have finished, you are going to purchase $100 out of Kringle coins from the admin of this particular academy. So by the time you have graduated, for you to collect your certificate, you'll be sent the details, the wallet details and everything. So you purchase $100 out of Kringle coins from him, and then after he has confirmed you that yes, you have collected $100 out of Kringle coins from him, then you go ahead and collect your certificate. But if you are given a link by somebody, what would then happen is that you would go back to the person that gave you the link to purchase $100 out of Kringle coins from him. That is how our system is built. Now, classes within the academy. The first one is the introductory class. You could read more about it, master's class, and then advanced learners. You could take your time to read through. This will take you to the blog. When it takes you to the blog, you take your time and read through every information that is there. Okay, while that is coming on, the next one is, we'll finish with this. The next one is the school's administrative team. Now, this is the school's administrative team. In this one, you will see the person's Twitter page. If it opens, you'll see the person's Twitter page. Now, this is okay, I've actually talked about this. Yes, I've actually talked about this. Now, this is one of the people that is in the academy, the first person. That's this person. This is the Twitter. This is the Facebook. If you open the person's Facebook, you will see the person's details are there. You see, everything in us, about us, is transparent. We are transparent, we are real, and we are very, very strong, united, and loving each other. So please feel free to do business with us. Even this person, he has his details, and then the Facebook details. On your own, you could look through. This is Madam Fumilayo. She has her details. This is Architect Adebanjo. And then this is Madam Nena. And then this is Austin. Austin doesn't have a Twitter page. So each of us, if you want to read more, you could take your time and then click on it. You can now read more about it. Okay? So you see that this is transparency. We are quite transparent. I want us to feel confident and work with us. This is our cash center. When you click on this, you see our cash center. It comes up and it tells you one or two things about us as a cash center. Now, the moment it has come over to that place, you can have a look at it. This is our cash center. Now, I'll just say something very brief about our cash center. Now, welcome to the Billion Coin Academy's cash center. We would be intrigued to see that we make every second with, that we make your every second with us a new, no, we would be intrigued to see that we make your every second with us as a new schooling system counts. Please kindly look into our terms and conditions below. Also, visiting out, okay, also visiting out blog is supposed to be visiting our blog. I think this should be corrected. Also, visiting our blog matter would relief to help you guide against falling into avoidable traps or setbacks. We kindly crave your indulgence to act based on everything that we have taken time to pen down here. Thank you. Now, there will be an extra charge of 20% for every transaction done on this platform. This charge is peculiar to coins that we deal on and are also in the coin market. These charges are used to safeguard against market fluctuations and site maintenance, which are referred to as admin fees. However, the kringle coins we deal however, for kringle coins, we deal with the fiat market value of a dollar to a naira exchange rate. See the link for more information on this. Now, let's see what the link looks like. This is the exchange rate for today. Okay, if you want, you use that as the exchange rate, and that is what we're going to use to exchange per dollar for those that want to purchase $100 in naira value. No extra charges are incurred by way of commission, seeing that we as an academy exist to facilitate the widespread acceptance of kringle coins globally. Please, if you have any concerns, kindly reach out to our support team for further clarification and guidance. Yours truly, the admin team. I think this admin team must be a very wonderful team. Now, this is the home page. The next one is buying cryptocurrencies. You can put in your email address, select the options for the coin market cap, then put the amount. Put your wallet address for any of them. If it's Bitcoin, you put your wallet address for Bitcoin, put the amount. Now, let me say I'm buying 0.05. Now, I put my wallet address. As soon as I do that, let me put my email address. Which is just an instance. Now, as soon as you've done that, you saw that this came out. This is the value of USD to Bitcoin for today, which is 7,326. Now, the next thing is I now put in the wallet address. The moment I do that and it's sent to the support will fund your wallet after you have made payments. After you have made payments, let me just type something like this. Now, as soon as I click continue to payments, it now takes you to the payment support center. I think it's supposed to take you to the support center for payments. Okay, okay, let me say $100. Okay, I think it was wrong computation. It's taking a while to load. Why? Email address, Bitcoin, and then wallet address, and I'm just trying to give an instance. Just trying to give an instance. Maybe I'll need to put in the right wallet address. Maybe that's why. But as soon as you do that, it is sent, and then they charge you for the amount you want. And within 30 minutes, you are paid your amount into your Bitcoin wallet. Now, for your Kringle coins, let's check it out. Now, for your Kringle coins, you put in the email address. Now, it's Kringle coins, no other option. Put in the wallet address, amount in dollar, 200, 300, and amount, and you click on this. As soon as you do that, it now sends you to the support, and support funds it for you. Now, this is to pay your Kringle Cash back office. For your Kringle Cash back office, you put in your email address, put in the username of your Kringle Cash, put in your password, and then the amount is fixed, $15. You click on continue to payment. As soon as you do that, it takes you to the payment page. Now, for this particular one, I'll leave it blank. So what I'm trying to drive at is that we have a system that is very reliable and efficient. So consider doing some work with us. Do cash flow with us. Okay? Now, coming to this point, this is the 3 latest blogs that we have. The 3 latest blogs. 1, how to do cash flow using our systems created by the TheBillion Coin Academy. 2, meet our administrators and then keep your coins safe. Now, this is our support center. Our support center, put in email address, put in the name, put in the email, put in your message, whatever you want, send it to the support, and within 1 hour to 6 hours, they respond to you. Okay? I think this will be all. I've said a number of things, and I know a good number of us will have a look at it. This is the TheBillion Coin Academy. We are set to make a change. Please join us and let this change be obvious. Okay? I think I'll stop here. Thank you very much. We shall continue some other time. This will be all for now. Bye.